Hi guys, welcome to Parawomenradio. I'm Amy. The infamous internet run-rumming and plotting troll Gypsy Rose Blanchard is embarking on yet another We Want Our Privacy PR tour to California to promote her lifetime series, Life After Lockup. It seems like she's fully embracing the influencer lifestyle this time around, even hiring a professional to work on her videos. As I work on a Casey Anthony v GRB live, I needed a break and a place to unload all this excess information. So let's dive in. I'm going to roll some credits. Shout out to my replay crew and my dragonflies. Also, all my power regulars. How are you doing, my loves?
Devil is drumming his old guitar again. Words rolling out into our fire. If heaven had wings, I would steal them and fly away with you for a while. Hearing the essence of gratitude, your dreamy little smile on my lips. I miss my cue, but baby, I had you. Miss my cue, but I had you for that day. Here in the blue, I'm falling deep into you.
Here in the essence of gratitude, we finally have some GRB stuff to talk about. I was getting really tired of talking about all the drama between the influence or the creators. So now Gypsy Rose is back to doing a lot, and her doppelganger, Casey Anthony, is back to doing a lot. And I was working on my Wednesday live. I'm going to compare the two ladies, the two red rummers, the two schmurders, the two evil twins. And just Gypsy Rose has been doing a lot lately. And I think she's going to be doing a lot because she's traveling to California. Her show is about to come out again. So I thought that we would do an impromptu live on her and just go over, just do an internet search like we used to do back in the day and see what she's up to and kind of be disgusted by it. Hey, Justice Junction, and Lexi. Justice, we have, I'm going to show one of your videos today, a portion of it, the one that you did yesterday. So anyway, let me get my screen together as we're doing that. If we could start the algorithm dance party that I like to do, just start warming up your fingers and dancing them right up to the hearts and thumbs up button. Helps us go out onto the algorithm. Party out there, bring more people back to the party. It's just a free way to help me out, and it's really, really appreciated. Okay, so I thought we would kick it off with watching the trailer to the Lifetime series. I know Laura Lynn isn't here, but I did see in my last, when I was editing my last GRB live, she asked me to play it, and I didn't see it. I didn't see the request, so we're going to play it now. But hold on, I need to fix my mic real quick. How's everyone doing today? Does anyone see any signs of spring outside? Spring is sprung. She did a TMZ interview from the airport. I have something from TMZ, but I don't know if it's her latest TMZ interview. But we can look for it while we're doing this. Okay, so here is the Lifetime Life After Lockup. So everything that we watch, we often won't watch in its entirety, or everything we read, we won't read in its entirety. I'll stop it, start, talk over it. But what I will do is put the links for everything that we watched down in our YouTube show notes. We do this for fair play use as well to cite our sources. And if you ever want to go and just watch it or read it in its entirety, you can find everything there.
Startling new developments in an already bizarre murder case in Springfield.
24-year-old Gypsy Blanchard admitted to killing her mother, Dee Dee Blanchard.
I don't want to go through my whole life being the girl that murdered her mother. Since my incarceration, I have been keeping a secret. I am engaged.
Her story, just hit me. And I thought, gosh, she's cute.
Just don't want her first marriage, her probably only marriage, to end up in divorce.
You know my story. All right, now let's see what I do with my life.
Gypsy Blanchard will be set free. She's ready.
I never noticed. I guess I didn't pick up that Mia said her only marriage. Why does she think Gypsy Rose is only going to get married once in her life? That's interesting.
To go home to Louisiana with her husband.
You're free.
Free. Woo! Every guy says, I'm a dynamo. Nope, he's a dynamo.
You heard that?
We consummated our marriage.
Do you want kids right away?
I mean, I want kids. I don't think that right away would be smart.
Great.
Something happened, though.
What? Are you pregnant?
So you're gonna get a nose job, you're getting your teeth done, and your hair is gonna change. You're not even gonna be my wife anymore. Like,
I
who
am
are
going to
you?
be your wife.
Who
I'm
are you
just going to
be?
look super hot. A lot of people felt I should have waited in getting married.
Ken checked in.
What?
Yes.
Ken was my first relationship that was long-term. I loved him so much. I have to stay loyal to my marriage. What's going to happen when Ryan and I have an argument?
Baby, that is revenue.
I don't care.
I get it.
Christy has continued conversation with Ken.
You allow the door to open up. If something happens with Gypsy and Ken, it's going to be your fault.
She needed to know the real reason.
Did she?
Yes, she did.
He should have told her that, not you.
He's trying to weasel his way back in because now Gypsy's out of prison.
Everything will unfold as it should.
In getting married in prison, did I change the course of my fate?
Who can text him?
I'm just texting my sister, honey. Relax. I miss Ken. I have two men in my heart. I just don't know what to do. I just think that I would be happier somewhere else.
Well, we'll call Ken. You're probably already talking to him anyway. I don't want to split up, but I mean, it's not up to me. It's never been up to me.
It's just something that you have to go through the rough stuff to get to where you belong.
Hey, you.
I have to do what's going to make me happy.
She wants a baby.
What?
I'm going to tell both of y'all, just wait, okay?
And it came back positive.
Okay. Well, who's the father?
I can't even
So
stand
in the
her.
state of Louisiana, the law states that if a child is conceived within a marriage, the husband is the presumed father of that child.
I wish that she had gotten through this divorce process before this happened.
I'm labeled a loose woman.
And if that were true, Ken, you would have waited too. You would have waited too. And yes, you are you're labeled a loose woman. But what is a loose woman anyway, Gypsy Rose? But if if I cared about labels, yes, you would be a loose woman. You would be the label of a loose woman.
Oh, I've already seen comments online of people saying that it should have been a condition of my parole to get my tubes tied. The test is less for the public and more for Ryan to say, hey, dude, you're not the father. Accept it and move on.
And if that were true, then you would do that through the courts.
3, 2, 1.
Sharing my story of the beginning of motherhood is very important because I have something to prove. I have to prove that I'm going to be a better mother than what my mother was. Heartbeat with a
It's amazing to hear.
Yeah, this is your nanny.
She also wanted to get to being pregnant before her sister Mia. I actually thought Mia was married, but she's not married. She I don't even think she's engaged. So I thought she was married to her boyfriend, but she's not.
Give me a kick. I hope that they do not rush a marriage. Just because you're pregnant doesn't mean you need to get married.
What if you were married before the baby was born? Does that change anything?
So we are in a stressful situation.
Mia,
You know, with us being in the public eye,
Right.
us being new parents.
no one's
I
listening.
just didn't think we needed couples therapy.
There are times that I feel really guilty.
Okay.
Just because, like, I know there's been a lot of change for him. Like I told him, I don't want him to stay because of the baby. I want him to want this relationship to work. I'll have the paperwork for you to sign this week, meaning the divorce will be final soon.
Okay.
You know, I've lost my best friend. You know, not only my wife, my best friend. And that's what's hard.
My fears and the challenges has everything to do about getting through parole successfully. There's a lot stacked against me. A lot of people want to see me fail. I deal with people reporting me to my PO, telling my parole officer lies about me. Let my baby be born in the free world.
So she's just going to sit there and try to pretend, do her whole little I'm Miss Innocent kind of thing where, oh, the people are all putting this upon me. I didn't do anything except plot and plan my own mother's murder, but I paid my time. So poor me, poor me.
Don't want her to be born in captivity. I honestly feel like I've lived 10
captivity.
years.
Well, maybe you shouldn't have plotted and planned the unaliving of your mother. Maybe how about that?
And the last year. All I can say is let me prove you wrong.
But you're not. You've been out for over a year and you're proving us right time and 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 time again. Is anyone else sick of it? I'm just actually sick of it. And actually, if what I'm hearing is true and she's teaming up with Casey Anthony, I think maybe people are starting to say that because, you know, everybody's comparing her to Casey Anthony. I'm kind of like, I'll believe it when I see it type deal. But I mean, isn't she just like Casey Anthony? Just like Casey Anthony, and the perfect person to be her bestie. Although those two would tear each other apart eventually. You know, they would turn on each other. Actually, that will be a good fight. If they are besties, I hope that, anyway, that's a show for tomorrow. So let's keep going. Here we have, we probably all know that Gypsy is heading off she's in California now. This was her packing. And I just wanted to show you the video because they're getting much more polished, her videos, much more influencer-like.
It's me as I go to LA, looking stunning. No filter here needed.
Wait, no filter needed as there's clearly down here a filter.
Outfit choice of the day.
I'm not a fan of this outfit, by the way. I just don't like it.
And I packed.
But it seems like maybe she's into black and white right now.
The outfit that y'all chose. Option number 2. Thanks. See y'all in LA.
Okay. So no filter needed while she's doing the filter. It seems like her content is changing now that she's branched off over onto Instagram. She is getting away with a lot more over on Instagram. We need to start moving over to Instagram and putting our videos up over there so that Instagram people know what she's about. I've been trying to put more up on my Instagram. But if you're a creator, if you have an Instagram, it's time to start putting more stuff over on Instagram so that Instagram knows what she's about. Yes, she takes no responsibility. I'm so sick of her. Hi, Catherine B. Casey Anthony and GRB are tone deaf to public sentiment. Yeah, and I feel like Gypsy Rose was given Casey Anthony the balls to come back again. Like, she's like, well, you know, she's doing it, so I'm just going to do it, right? And I think Casey Anthony's one video is like gotten over 7 million views, and she's not even going to be posting over on TikTok. Supposedly, she's going to be doing it on a Substack, so to make money behind a paywall. And so this is something that will just give Gypsy Rose ideas. So it'll just be a way for both of them just to team up and just be buddies and pals and make lots and lots of money together. Okay, so Anxious Ant had a funny video where Gypsy Rose is from prison to first class. Woo woo!
Gypsy is on her way to LA She's on her way to LA. She's so happy. She's flying with Ken. Come fly away.
Airplane
And she's wearing a necklace with the word hope. Why is she wearing a necklace?
She's wearing this necklace that says hope now. What is up with the hope? Or did someone just gift her the necklace so she's wearing it?
Place with the word hope. What does hope represent? Because we all know, guys, we all know that when Gypsy does anything, there's a reason for it. Does she have a cat called Aurora Hope? Because we've got Aurora Raina. We've got Aurora Grace. Does she have a cat called Aurora Hope? Who knows? We will never know. Anyways, let's take a look at this video and tell me
Maybe
if you...
she's pregnant and she's going to name her son Gaston Hope. Gaston Hope. Wait, is Gaston, that's a Disney character, right? I'm trying to think of a Disney male name and it's not. Mickey Hope Urker. What do you think about that for a male name for Gypsies, their male baby? Or what's a good Disney male name? Gaston. I like Gaston. Gaston Hope Urker. That's the new name. Anyway, I also heard Anxious Ant had some of their, they had their channel taken down from their Dan Glidewell content. So now they're working on a new channel. They need to get their 4,000 watch hours in. So if you guys were following Anxious Ant, I will put their new link to their new channel down in the description, and be sure to go over and subscribe and watch their channel. I saw somebody put down in their comments, they're probably up to the time they need now, but I saw somebody said that they were going to play all their videos while they were away at work so that it would get their watch hours up. I like their channel. That's something I went over and did. I just played their videos while I was out working and doing stuff. But I think if you like them and you want to help them out, that would be a good thing to do.
You see the difference between Gypsy and Ken and Gypsy and Ryan. Because remember when they flew out and they flew around, Gypsy never looked this happy. She really didn't.
Yes.
I honestly do feel like she is besotted by Ken. She's got the man. She's got the man she's wanted. She's got her little claws in. She's got what she's wanted and she's happy. Take a look at this, guys. That's right, they're flying.
It just amazes me that she can travel like this. It just amazes me.
Look at this, guys.
Okay, so here she's eating her royal mashed potatoes.
It's royal mashed potatoes. She's having royal mashed potatoes.
And then she says it. Wait for it. She says it.
Dessert? Have you seen dessert? She's eating a brownie, and later she'll be eating me.
I thought that was so funny. I was like, she went for it. She said it. So, and the one other thing I wanted to show you on this trip, it appears that Gypsy is getting special treatment on this trip. The airline wrote Gypsy a special little note and gave her special little wings for Aurora. I have a hard time saying that name, Aurora. And it says, "It has been such a pleasure being able to take care of you today. It is so beautiful to see you finally get the life you deserve after all you've been through. Congrats on your baby. You are such a strong woman," and I can't see some of it, "and know you're going to be the best mom, something, and something, inspiring, something." So she has this airlines totally snowed. It is, I don't know what airlines it is. Does it say on the card? Because maybe we need to write this airlines. Like we write to, what is this? What is that? Is that Delta? Looks like she was flying Delta. Looks like, so Delta gave her wings and wrote her a little notey note. So if we have anybody that is into contacting companies, I don't send flying monkeys to personal people, but this is different. This is a different set of flying monkeys. This is letting people know what's up. And so if you're into letting companies know that they're supporting a schmurderer, that might be something you might want to do. But that's just an option. You don't have to do that. Don't harass them. Just let them know what's up. I'll probably let them know what's up too, because I just think that the world needs to know. That's why I do this. It's not to bully Gypsy. It's to let the world know who she really is and to protect our youth from her, because now we've got Casey Anthony coming out thinking, yes, look at what Gypsy Rose has accomplished. What can I do here? Because I was found innocent. She was found guilty. So, yes. You're not going to fly Delta? I think Delta needs to know that, just simply not flying Delta now. I think they need to know why you're not flying Delta, because I mean, Delta's a big company and they won't miss you unless they don't know why you're not coming back. But I mean, I am never someone to tell people what to do. I am not. So, I mean, people live busy lives. If you're busy, if you don't want to get involved, if you got other things to do, understand. I'm just saying, if you're one of those people that does it, that is a consumer. I mean, I write reviews. I read reviews. So I'm somebody who participates in that kind of stuff. Yes, I love Anxious Aunt too. Yes, she's lying. She wears a lot of white. Well, that's interesting because I noticed. Remember that creator who adopted that. I think it was a baby from Korea, or it was some Asian country that had learning disabilities. She had like 2 or 3 other kids. She adopted this baby, Huxley or something like that. But then she got pregnant, and then they decided they didn't want the baby. He wasn't a baby anymore. He was like a 4 or 5 year old. Didn't want the baby, so rehomed the adopted baby, and that all got out there. I was watching somebody and talking about her, and they said that like whoever her PR was, and she was wearing all white, and like her background was all white, and it was like soft and just white, angelic, and it's a PR thing, just like what Angela said. Long story short, or I mean, what Catherine B said. Long story short, it's for purity, and it was a PR stunt. So. Okay, so let's keep going. I just wanted to make sure that you saw that the airlines was making her nice and comfy on her flight. Now we're going to look at some channels that I don't normally look at, but I thought was interesting. So again, this is all my opinion for entertainment and educational purposes only. I'm not even sure if I'm going to agree with what they're about to say, because I think I unsubscribe to this Hollywood gossip because sometimes it's wrong. But I just wanted to look at this and see what they had to say. Gypsy Rose flips out, but I'm not sure if this is the one.
To situations, Gypsy Rose Blanchard has recently come to speak out on Breeze Live, where she snapped at creators and talked about a bunch of other stuff that we shall.
I'm wrong. This isn't the channel that I was thinking of. The one I was thinking of has like over 200 or 300 subscribers. This is a smaller content creator, and she often has pretty good stuff.
Get into in today's video. And then we have Ryan Anderson on the other side, who has also come out to address the situation with his new alleged girlfriend, breaking his silence on whether or not he's dating someone new after being dumped by Gypsy Rose. And
I haven't seen what Ryan has said about this, but isn't the new alleged girlfriend just the Amber J? I think that's who people are confusing, because there's a few people over on TikTok that claim to be Ryan's girlfriend, but it's all a joke. But I don't know. We'll see.
getting divorced. But let us start with Gypsy Rose Blanchard, who has just spoken out when she joined her best friend Bree's live, where apparently she feels like her giving the content creators attention makes them bigger. And what she's talking about is basically her commenting on their videos or responding to them. She then added that she's okay with people talking about her, but where she draws the line is when people start to talk about the people she cares about, like her baby girl, her boyfriend Ken Archer.
Amber J jokes about it. Amber J is not really his girlfriend. It's a joke. She makes video after video, TikTok after TikTok, and she calls Ryan her Pookie bear, her Pookie. Like, when Ryan goes missing, she'll say things. She'll make videos like, "Where are?" And, you know, she puts S's after the ends of all her words. So she's like, "Where's my Pookie bears?" And I misses my Pookies and stuff like that. And yeah, and you know, like, I think it's absolutely a joke, and I think people are mistaking it as truth.
And basically her family, but especially her baby, because, well, she's a baby and understandably does not have much to do with her controversies.
I was saying that have y'all ever seen the movie It, and how the monster feeds?
You ever go into the ocean, Charlotte? Because shark bite capital, yikes.
Off of the fear of the kids in the town. And so I'm like, that's how I feel about the content creators. If you don't give them the attention that they feed off of.
She tried doing this where it was like, boycott the content creators, don't listen to them, don't feed off of them. She tried this about 6 months ago and it didn't work. And I have no idea why she wants this to try this, because the content creators is what's keeping her story alive. If more content creators would back off a little bit on her story, her popularity would wane. And I think if her show doesn't have a third season, that's what's going to happen, you know, because she'll be off parole, and then I think she's going to start messing up more. And but it's not going to happen anytime soon, because her show's about to come into the first show, and she's traveling, and she can't keep herself off the internet, so she's going to start saying stupid stuff, doing stupid stuff. It's a cycle, and the cycle is starting again.
That makes them smaller. When you give them attention, that makes them bigger. And so let's just say, what would happen if none of us gave them our attention?
No. You're not speaking about a normal person. He spent 6 months in a psych ward.
Who?
Gypsy, you don't pay none of them attention, and they talk about you every single day. Girl, you can't even put on a headband without them talking about you.
Trust me, I know.
And isn't it funny that all of her friends, none of her friends on that panel were like, yeah, that's a good idea. That's what we should do. That's what we should do. Everyone's like, nah, that's not going to work, because they don't want to stop making content on you. I mean, then you're cutting off their money.
And the thing is, they don't affect my daily life. And sure, they'll put out content making fun of me. It doesn't matter. Like, the only thing that irritates me is whenever
It's okay to be vulnerable, Gypsy. It's okay. It's okay.
It's okay to be
the
vulnerable.
only thing that bothers me is, like, whenever it's talking about the people that I love and care about, like Aurora, Ken, Christy, my dad. Like, I will let all the shit talking happen to me, but whenever they're talking about the people I care about, that's whenever I'm in the comment sections. I am defending. I'm going off the rails. So it's better for me just to ignore it. And I have to understand that everybody, minus Aurora, is adults who can stand on their own 2 feet. And if they want to sleep on something, they can. They have every right to. But I'm going to support them behind the scenes, because that's where I'm most needed.
Yeah, and I just saw case studies. I don't have a problem with that gentleman. But he's saying, are you still pretending?
So then they go in and they talk about case studies for a while, which I find it interesting how they pick and choose which content creators that they are okay with and which they are not okay with. Because case studies says a lot of the same stuff that every other content creator says. He doesn't support Gypsy in any way, but they are kind of dragging him a little bit. But up until that one live or that one video that he did, they said they liked him just fine, which I don't know. I find this all interesting. And I'm actually very fascinated to see how it's all going to end, because I kind of like compare it often to the Watts Island case. And that case hasn't really ended, but it kind of did. There was a lot of content creators that got deplatformed, and I covered yesterday one of them. The victim's family sued them, and he's lost his channel, and now they're waiting to see what he's going to have to pay towards them. And so I'm just very fascinated to see how this is going to end.
Yeah.
Well, you let me know what you think about that. But on the other side, we have Ryan Anderson commenting on the allegations about him dating someone new after Gypsy Rose, to which he, as always, didn't give a clear answer, as you will hear in the clip I'll be playing in a minute. In case you missed it, there have been rumors recently that he was dating a lady on TikTok called Amber J, but over time it became more clear that they're nothing more than just TikTok friends. And from what I see from Ryan's...
Okay, so I'm going to just take us over to Amber J. I'll show you some of her TikToks of her. I think she's funny. I follow her. She makes me laugh. Here. So here I can tell she's talking to Ryan right here, because you see the hello Pookie.
Pookie's going live in like 10 minutes.
Hold on. Let me turn my volume up. Make sure you're seeing it.
It's don't say I didn't warn you. Don't say I didn't tell you nothing. Okay? I'm just saying, check in with a friend of a friend of a friend. Get in the comments and let me know you're going to go check in on Ryan's, because where the hell's he been? Someone get up in there, because I'm pissed. Ryan's, you left me hanging this whole damn time. I've been sitting, waiting in the weeds by myself, and then now you just decide to show up, slide in the DMs, and be like, here I am. Did you bring Taco Bells? No, seriously, did you bring us Taco Bells? I'm bringing a bell, and I'm bringing a motherfucking air tag, okay? Because you keep going missing, and I don't know what the hell's happening. I'm excited. You're excited. The friends are excited. And I'm going to watch Pookie on live, because that's what we needed, okay? You're saving a friend to save a friend. We pray, God asks, and we answer. Oh, wait. We pray, God asks us, we pray, and then he answers. Or Ryan answers. I'm not sure. But Ryan's is going live, and I'm here for that. Because what the hell? Where the hell is that? Is it because the knockers were out on the streets? Did you see the knockers? Ryan's, are you coming out to talk about the knockers? Because what the hell was that? No, seriously, there was whole ass knockers. Are those hers? Because I know you've seen them. And seriously, about the air tag, I'm gonna send one. You better put it on.
So that's Amber J. She does a lot of jokes about. I think she's actually a comedian. It might even say comedian up at the top. No, but she jokes about her. If you like to watch true crime and laugh at the same time, she's your girl. So, okay, let's keep going. First, let me pop over into chat and see what everyone's saying. I know, funny, right? I can't stand Ryan anymore. All the attention has gone to his head. It absolutely has. His last live was really bad. I've only seen bits and pieces of it. But yeah, I don't even bother watching them anymore. I don't really bother to watch Gypsy. I just get bits and pieces of it. I have her blocked over on TikTok, and I had her blocked on YouTube, but I don't think she has a YouTube anymore. When I went over to Instagram, I don't have her blocked yet. So I thought I would show her her Instagram page one last time before I block her over on Instagram. And I do that so that I don't go to her page on accident to give her any type of revenue. But I've already done it. I've already gone to her page on accident because I thought I had her blocked. So we're gonna do it that way. But let's keep going. That's on later on. I got a lot of stuff I'm gonna look at. So this is a channel called Alleged. And this says, this mom influencer is a fraud, Gypsy Rose exposed.
Wants her to be an influencer. Remember last year when she shared all of her firsts, her first time at the beach, first time on a swing, first time swimming, and then it came to light that those weren't her firsts at all. Well, that was all part of a plan orchestrated by her then PR team. It became clear when her PR strategy was leaked, and it mapped out everything she was doing, including the infamous spaghetti incident. Now it's beginning to feel like that again with her impromptu mommy lives, sans baby. The get readies with me that showcase the products she's using, and of course the audience polls on which outfit to wear. While she is clearly promoting her upcoming interview and last season of her show, it just seems like she might be trying to transition into something else. Possibly an effort to salvage any remaining support.
She definitely is trying to transition, and she's doing Instagram. I think Instagram is like, first, what would she do? She tried she did like a little bit on X. She tried a little bit over on Facebook, but then decided she was just going to keep that as her family page. So that's privated. And then, TikTok is a complete mess for her. She's got like 9 million, but I've heard her engagement is like really low. I haven't gone to look at it or anything because I have her blocked, but, and now she's over on Instagram, and it seems like she's doing pretty well over on Instagram, but we're going to look at it.
And make some money. She still does have some following online, and I'd expect her to leverage that. GRB cannot stay out of the limelight, and especially with the company she keeps, something's coming. Maybe a diaper brand, a bottle line, a podcast, whatever it is, something is on the horizon.
So let's talk about Gypsy Rose Blanchard. She's pushing hard, really hard, to become an influencer. But the world, it's not exactly rolling out the red carpet for her. She's trying to make people see her as a celebrity, but the truth is, the public isn't quite ready to give her that status. And honestly, the more we see her attempts, the clearer her intentions become. Her contract with Lifetime isn't being renewed. The docuseries, that wasn't her golden ticket. The memoir, not quite the breakthrough she hoped for. And with her parole period nearing its end, it seems like Plan C is in full swing, influencing. But can she really pull it off? Will people actually listen to what she promotes? And more importantly, does she even have the credibility to influence anyone at all? So, Gypsy...
What do you guys think? Do you think she is going to... Yeah, I like Watts Island too. Do you think she's going to pull this off? Oh, What's the Obsession? Yeah, I like Kelly a lot too. I'm trying to actually do a live with her, but I lost my phone and we were texting and anyway, yeah, we're working on doing a live together, Watts Island Live. But anyway, do you think she's going to pull this influencer thing off? I don't know. I don't know. I can't gauge it because she just doesn't go away. She's one of those people that just doesn't go away. And I feel like if Casey Anthony turns into Gypsy Rose, we're going to be dealing with two schmurderers. And I have a really hard time with the Casey Anthony case. I have a hard time with people that get away with stuff. When justice isn't served, I have a real hard time with it. The reason I got into the Gypsy Rose case so easily was because in the beginning, I thought I truly believed the narrative. I believed the Munchausen syndrome by proxy, but the more I started covering it, it took me about, a few weeks to realize, yeah, it wasn't right. But then I was knee deep in it. When I tried to cover the Casey Anthony, when she came out with the Peacock series, I have gone through some stuff, and I'm a survivor of some things that I was physically harmed and wasn't believed that happened. And so I have a real hard time with people that get away with that type of stuff. because, and I believe they're getting away with it. So when I covered her, Casey Anthony, I couldn't stop crying. It was a Skincare and Suspects, and I was with Angela, and I was like, wow, I didn't expect this to happen. So I'm real hoping tomorrow I'm able to cover it, because it's 2 years later or a year later, and I feel like I've done a lot of healing, but I have a real hard time with injustice. And I think that's why I continue to cover Gypsy, and pick and choose what I do cover of her, because I don't want her getting away with this. I don't. It just grinds me. And I have to actually, when I get done doing my Gypsy content, I have to really dive knee deep into like feel good stuff. I have to watch elephants and puppies and rescue videos and hope for humanity type shit. Because with Gypsy Rose, she makes me lose humanity. Or Casey Anthony makes me lose humanity. So, ugh.
Recently posted a video trying
But do you guys think she's going to get away with it? Do you think she's going to get away with this influencing?
on jeans, specifically Good American jeans. Now, most people know that Good American is Khloe Kardashian's brand. When Gypsy mentioned it, she acted like she had never heard of the company before, which, let's be real, that is odd.
Hey y'all. So I ordered jeans from this company called Good American because I am petite, and so finding jeans for me.
So she's buying Good American jeans, or did Khloe Kardashian send her Good American jeans? Because that's where Good American comes from, and you know she had that little bit of Kardashian connection. Do you think that Khloe sent her Good American, or I don't know? I didn't watch the whole thing. So did she get sent it? Is this another PR thing, or did she buy Good American jeans? Because if she bought Good American jeans, they range about $200 a pair, and didn't she get like 7 or 8 pairs?
It is a little difficult. So I'm going to try these on and see if these are the perfect fit for me.
She's been obsessed with the Kardashians ever since she got out of prison, trying to dress like Kim, subtly trying to get their attention. We've seen her mimic their style, reference them in conversations, and even seemingly try to position herself within that influencer world. Are we really supposed to believe that she just discovered Good American by accident? It feels disingenuous, like she was trying to act casual about it, when in reality, she likely knew exactly what she was doing. Was it an attempt to seem unbiased? Maybe. But if anything, it made her look out of touch, and the audience wasn't buying it. And even if we...
Was it an attempt to make it seem like they weren't sent to her? Although, would Khloe send her stuff and not expect her to say they were sent in PR? So I don't know. Then they go on, this person goes on and they show her outfits. We all know that Gypsy had this little modeling thing where people picked her outfits for her trip. Then we find out Gypsy bought an SUV. So now she's bought Good American if she paid for it herself. And now she has an SUV. Then we have this little company that sent her some baby stuff. What is that company called? I did a video on this over on TikTok. Sometimes I put things up on TikTok that I don't put over on YouTube, little shorts. So if you are over on TikTok and you want to follow me, you can. But this little shop called Posh Peanut sent Gypsy Rose matching mother baby stuff. And I feel like this, and I found this over on Facebook. We're over on Facebook too, you guys, if you're over on Facebook. And I often will like find things over on Facebook and just kind of screen record it. Plus I got my phone. I got my new phone. So I'm making more videos on my phone because now I can actually read my phone. Before my phone was broke and cracked, and now I can read my phone. It's like, I feel like even though I'm having my disability messed with, I feel like I'm living on cloud 9 with a new phone, and it's not a new one, it's a new used one, but I still feel like I'm living on cloud 9. Anyway, and I think that this company is another company that needs to be careful, because people, if you read what people are saying, they're wanting to boycott this company. And I think the companies need to be careful sending Gypsy Rose stuff because maybe they're misinformed and they're trying to ride her coattail fame, which is never a good thing to do because she's a schmurderer. But here are some of the things: the irony of sending mommy and me outfits to someone that unalived their mommy. The outfits are ugly anyway. So people are saying things like write to this company. Also, you can see over in my comments, people are replying and they're saying Posh Peanut blocked and has blocked hundreds of others for leaving comments about this on their TikTok. They delete all the comments about it too. So Posh Peanut is having to do their own, I guess, PR mess. Hopefully they learn their lesson. Yeah, you supported her too. Yeah, I think a lot of us did. I've let go of the shame in that because now I don't support her in any way. And so Chloe's just the face. Yeah, I think I actually heard that she now owns more of it than Chloe does. But it's still, well, maybe that is a thought too. Maybe she did the good American to make us think that the Kardashians are still supporting her in some way. That could be a Gypsy Rose move as well. Or it could be that Gypsy Rose just thinks she deserves good American and is buying it off of her mother's blood money. So there's that too. There's a lot of possible GRB motives. Okay, so let's keep going. We have some Justice Junction. Have you guys subscribed to Justice Junction? She is over on TikTok and also is now over here on YouTube. I have put up some of her videos in my community tab. I enjoy them. And we're going to take a look. Be sure to subscribe and support. You know, we like to support creators here anyway, but especially small creators, because we're a small one ourselves. So, okay. So this is a Justice Junction. Gypsy Rose lies caught on panel. Ex-cellmate speaks out, and baby Aurora is heard.
No, I just wanted to come in the box. Sorry, you're going to hear Aurora kind of huffing and puffing right here. I wanted to come in the box because I want to address Cowboy Bear. Yes, I read your message. I just want to say that I get people that claim to know me all the time. And people that have... I'm really sorry that happened to you, just Sarah. It's a horrible feeling not to be believed and being abused. So I really feel sorry for you. I'm sorry. Said they were in prison with me, said a bunch of things about me. Some were my roommates in the past and some weren't. And unfortunately, I'm in a situation where I really just can't clap back at everybody. It's not classy. I have had a lot of problems with social media in the past. I think it's pretty ironic, Gypsy Rose telling us what's not classy. Gypsy Rose giving us class tips, etiquette tips. People putting out stories and telling stories about how they used to know me. And unfortunately, that's going to continue to happen. And all I can do is know who I am. I hate when she does this voice. This is her Little Miss Innocent voice where I'm really smart and educated and I can talk to the masses. And it's me, Gypsy Rose. I'm just an innocent little girl. I'm just trying to get my life back together. I just need a chance. And you guys are all bullying me. You're bullying me. And know what I stand for. And I feel the same way about Ken. We are in a position where there will be people that claim to know us, and some of them we know, some of them we don't. I can say without a shadow of a doubt that the only reason that you
Also, you guys, this is a daytime live, so you're going to hear the little Junebug bird in the background. I had him in the other room and he gets mad. So he's talking a little bit, letting us know that he's not happy that he wasn't included in the intro. But I have a little bird in the background, and during the day, if you hear some little Mickey Mouse voices, that's my little bird, Junebug. He's a talker.
are making these claims is the same reason that catfishers do what they do. It is a mental illness. And I think that you...
Gypsy Rose telling us about what catfishing is. Does she? No, she doesn't. She doesn't see it. And her blind followers don't see it either.
You should seek professional help. It's not a dig at you. That is just my personal opinion. I have known Ken for 7 years.
But you didn't know him when he was in prison, correct?
I did. That's actually...
Yeah, but you talked, but you didn't know what he was doing behind the
I
scenes.
have heard that this cowboy bear is going to be on Lifetime this season. Or at least that's what he said. He said that.
I did because we talked for 5.
What a life that Gypsy Rose is sitting up there on a panel with a man that's saying that he had an affair with Ken. Like, what a world are we living in that a murderer that unalived her mother, plotted and planned with a disabled man to unalive her mother, now a millionaire, is sitting up on a panel with a man that says he had an affair with the man that Gypsy Rose now has a baby with, who is the person that she had an affair with when she was married with Ryan. I mean, and she's upset that people are calling her a loose woman.
5 hours at a time. Oh, bless you, honey. 5 hours at a time. And the other times he was working. And I am trying to be respectful to you. I'm not going to be unclassy.
I have a feeling that we're going to hear from Posh Peanut, and they're either going to lean in and dig into it and be like, yeah, we did it, so what? Or they're going to apologize, I bet. But first they're going to try to stay quiet and let it see if it'll blow over. And I don't think it's going to blow over because it's Gypsy Rose. So I predict one of those two things are going to happen.
But I will say, I don't believe your claims. There's nothing that you can tell me that will make me believe your claims. Ken went on Morbid's Live, asked you to provide proof. You did not. And that when it comes down to it, people want receipts. They want proof. They're not going to go on somebody's word. Sure, they will for clicks and views to get people in their lives. But when it comes down to it, people will believe what they can actually see. And I have not...
That's true. I don't know. I don't know how I mean, I don't care if Ken is bisexual or not. I don't think that matters. And I think she goes on to say that, like, it doesn't matter. They're not, but the fact is they're not homophobic, but if you're not, you're not. And so you shouldn't be called that. So I think it should be dropped. But at the same time, if you really did it with Cowboy Bear, I mean, I don't know if Cowboy Bear should be obliged to not say it. So I don't know. It doesn't really matter. Ken is an idiot because Ken is going and backing Gypsy Rose, in my opinion. So I don't know how I feel about all of that. And so, but here is the airport interview that Justice Junction mentioned.
Menendez brothers, right?
Yeah, it's the Menendez brothers. Okay, hold on a second. I do have something on the Menendez brothers. Let me see where it is. Yeah. That's the TMZ that I have. But we'll play it from Justices.
We're back and forth. They may or may not get out of prison, right? If they get out of prison, right? You have 2 books, you've got TV shows, you've got so much going on. Would you recommend those guys dive into the world of entertainment right out of prison?
I
Right?
would say
The world wants it. I will say that. We want it.
the world wants it, but I will say the one thing that I kind of wish I did was take the time away from the media when I first came out of prison. And
So she's telling them to take time away from the media. She doesn't want them to take her spotlight. She doesn't want people to compare them to her. Oh,
give myself time to adjust. I didn't do that, and I got overwhelmed by it.
Got it.
It's a lot to handle.
It's a lot to
I would say if they ever do get released, take a break. Really just kind of like work on yourself.
If I suggest if they ever do get released to never contact Gypsy Rose or take any of her advice. That's what I suggest.
Get your feet on the ground, and then if that's something you want to pursue, go right ahead.
Let me ask you this. Will Hollywood embrace them? Like
I think Hollywood would embrace them. There's so much support online that I have seen already.
For them, we know what they did. There's no dispute what they did, but why they did it.
Exactly.
You think Hollywood would totally embrace them?
I think that Hollywood would embrace them. I just, like I said before, I hope that the critics won't bring them down.
Yeah. Would you watch?
I would watch.
You would watch? I love it. I love it. Okay. One more thing. So Lyle was in a relationship, right? Eric, well, they were both married, actually. Lyle's relationship, I guess, ended. We're hearing reports. Do you recommend that these guys, like maybe Lyle, get in a relationship, or should these guys just focus on living their free life, so to speak, or should they embrace being in a relationship?
I'd say embrace being in a relationship if it's with the right person. I found my soulmate 7 years ago, and that always stuck with me, and he's been my biggest supporter. And so I say, if it's true love, it's true love.
If it's true love. What about having kids right out of prison?
What is she sitting there writing? What is she writing? Is she signing stuff?
They're kind of, how many years you been out? How long you been out?
I've been out a year.
You've been out a year, and now you've already got a kid.
Yes.
Right? Do you recommend these guys, like, would that ground them to have children?
I think that children are a blessing no matter what. I think that for me, the timing, it was unexpected. We weren't trying, it just happened.
It just happened. Well,
and so,
that's what happens when you,
I
that happens.
Course,
Biology 101, right? Yeah.
So I would say, if they want kids, by all means, live your life.
Rose says, do it. Just do whatever you want. Just do it.
Your whole life, pretty much. Go live your life.
Yeah.
Have kids. Get married. Do whatever you want.
Do whatever. Should the DA release them? Like, just point blank. We know what we know.
Right.
We know the facts, but we also know that these guys, they had it rough, right?
Sure.
You're on the move. And they served a lot of time. You're in a bunch of books.
I would say that I really wish them the best.
Yeah.
I can't, I'm not anyone to say they shouldn't be free.
Yep.
I just know prison's hard.
So that was the latest interview.
At that age, I really didn't.
For Gypsy Rose Blanchard. Let's see what you guys are saying over in chat. She kept getting exposed and it became a lot, but not enough to stop the grift. Did anyone notice when Gypsy ordered the crumble cookies, Ken straight up was grossed out and says, please stop smacking. He doesn't think all her weird little trying to be cute BS is cute. He's not into her. Yeah, Gypsy Rose annoys the living F out of Ken. And eventually he will leave her for those reasons. Those little things that he's saying are cute now, they're becoming annoying. And Gypsy has a lot going on with her mouth stuff with her tongue jutting, and it's a lot. There's one this one guy over on TikTok makes fun of her, and he does a lot with his mouth. He pokes his tongue out. And I can't watch it because it grosses me out. Like that whole tongue jutting. And I know she can't help it, but I think it's because I don't like her. And so it makes it even worse for me. It's one of those things I fight. It grosses me out. And if she was smacking, eating cookies, if anybody smacks when they eat, or if I see saliva like in their mouth while they're talking, or piled up around the corners, or it's just a lot for me to handle. And if that happens to you, I'm so sorry. I don't know what to say. I think it's because I don't like Gypsy Rose. But the tea on the bayou from Ivory Rose Grows Wild is that Gypsy Rose is talking to Casey Anthony. The first part of the video, she talks about how she was down in Cutoff this weekend, and then she goes on to
Stanfield told Gypsy to contact Casey out, and that's how it got back to me. That see stepmommy, she told one of her friends who told somebody else, and how.
So it's a friend of a friend told a friend kind of tea, just so you know.
That's how it got back to me. That Mike Stanfield was the one that suggested Gypsy getting.
So that was TMZ interviewing her at the airport.
Contact with Casey Anthony. Like, that's just what we need. Two schmurderers on TikTok being BFFs. Bree, you about to get replaced. But anyways, Mike Stanfield told Gypsy to contact Casey Anthony to, give her some pointers on how to handle social media, try and establish a relationship, which we know is right up Gypsy's alley because, one, the girl's got, everybody knows who Casey Anthony is. And let's be honest, Gypsy's the real clout chaser here, So according to Krusty Krab, speaking of, I got my SpongeBob shirt on, and when I wear my SpongeBob shirt, I wear it just for you, Krusty. I wear it just for you. Look, 'cause that's you right here. That's you. That's you. So apparently, she told her friend, and her friend told somebody else that she's doing this shit. That was told to reach out to Casey Anthony, and she fucking did it.
So do you think this is why Casey Anthony is peeking her ugly little head out from underneath the rock, because Miss Gypsy Rose reached out to her?
He did it.
We're going to cover more of this tomorrow. We're going to look into more of that tomorrow. Let's keep going. This is another one that I found. Oops, wrong one. Sorry, it's in the wrong order. This is Gypsy Rose. I'm sure we've all seen it. This was her packing, getting ready to go to California. We'll just watch a little piece of it. Oh, thank you.
I got so much stuff from Shein, and a lot of this.
So we know that Gypsy Rose is buying fast fashion and throwing shit away. She cares nothing about anything. She's just buying. She bought all this stuff. She's saying now it doesn't fit her because she's such a tiny little waif of a girl.
Stuff is in a size large. And yep, this is size large. I'm in a size small or extra small in some stuff from Target. And so I'm just kind of going through it, everything. This is what I wore to my baby shower. It's cute, but I might put it aside. I'm gonna put a couple piles. I'm gonna put the donate pile. I'm gonna put the I'm undecided if I'm keeping it or not pile.
Trying to make us think that she's Miss Donate now. I'm going to donate. I'm so charitable. After everyone was in an uproar about her not donating that gifted golf cart. So let's start moving over to the socials and see what the streets of the socials are saying about her. We'll take a look at a few things. We'll go over to TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and do a little Reddit. So over on the streets of TikTok, I know a lot of you don't like to go over to TikTok, so we do it for you. A lot of people are comparing Casey Anthony and Gypsy Rose. We're going to look at Nina's page all by itself. So we won't click on a Nina one, but here's another Amber J. Let's see what Amber J is saying.
Gypsy, how the hell you gonna sit there and say you didn't know me and DOC? No, seriously. We were in the whole ass prison system together and you don't even want to tell the friends of a friend of a friend. What the hell is that? No, seriously. What the hell is that? I know you know me. We used to talk all the time. Gypsy had me sing her lullabies every freaking night. It was weird.
Okay, guys, she's not being truthful. She was not in prison with her. She's pretending like, because now there's a lot of the people that were in prison with Gypsy. Gypsy's trying to pretend like she didn't know them.
Yeah, but I did it because I had to be her whole ass roommate for like 6 months. When the hell were they going to tell me she was crazy? When the hell were they going to tell me she was crazy? No, seriously. Gypsy used to stand at the edge of my bed and she would just stand there and stare. And I would wake up and I'd be like, Gypsy, what the hell? Seriously, what the hell? Because she would just stand there laughing. I'm telling you. And I was like, any remorse, any regrets? And she would just sit there and laugh, okay? She has no characters but the demons, okay? She doesn't have remorse. She don't give a flying that her mother's gone, okay? She would take me out that night too if I didn't say something. I'm not sitting here saying she's a bad person, okay? That's not what I'm saying. Is she scary though? Yes. A 3.5 foot scary little lady, that she is. I would not advise getting a room with her, okay?
Don't get a room with Gypsy Rose.
I think Gypsy Rose Blanchard is trying to do an entire rebrand and distance herself away from the crime, her mother, and become more of an influencer and lifestyle creator. She posted this countdown on her TikTok story. It is the end of her parole in 3 months, 3 weeks, 1 day. It means she really won't have any restrictions or anything tying her down anymore. Her content has taken a complete shift. She's doing what looks like promotions and brand deals and trying to promote like more lifestyle type content. She even posted this video where she got her driver's license, so she is now able to drive. And by the way, if you don't know, this is Posh Peanut. They sent her this package. It's kind of like an upscale bamboo baby clothing company. And this one, she says that she bought this, but this is from Good American, which is Khloe Kardashian's brand. Here's another. She shows us her outfit of the day, getting ready for her promotion for season 2 of her documentary. And another lifestyle type content where she's talking about how she's lost so much weight and shows us how much she weighs. So I think she's realized that her parole is coming to an end. She can't really go anywhere further with this. She's already done documentaries and book deals, and she gets a lot of hate. So I think she's trying to shift everything and go into more of an influencer and lifestyle content creator type deal. That way,
I think for sure that's what she's trying to do.
Well, hey there again, Casey. It's me, your self-proclaimed arch nemesis. And I just had a real quick, little tiny question for you. Casey, since you're a legal advocate now, I just wanted to ask you, what are your qualifications for that?
All right, no, this isn't Gypsy Rose, but I have to see what she's about to say. We have to see this.
Because other than killing your 3-year-old daughter and getting away with it, I couldn't really find any evidence of what qualifies you to be a legal advocate, because you couldn't even pass high school in Florida in the early 2000s under George Bush's No Child Left Behind, right? I mean, they were handing out degrees at this point. All you had to do was be able to spell your name on the ACT. Did you take the ACT, Casey? And for those who are unfamiliar with Miss Casey's grift here, dropping out of high school was one of her first big lies. Yep.
Oh, I think Casey and Gypsy would have a lot in common then. They're both two people that try to act very smart, but they're not.
Basically waited all the way until graduation day to let her family know, I'm not graduating.
Whoops,
And then
me.
here's what's
Oh, I
really, really,
remember.
really fun about this.
Yeah.
Her mom helped her cover it up. That's right. Essentially, what happened is that
Do you guys
Casey,
remember that Casey is one of those people that made her family? I mean, they were even doing a graduation party for her.
was going to fail, and graduation was coming up. It was getting closer and closer. And her mom, Cindy, was like, Casey, we haven't gotten anything for your graduation pictures. Where's your cap and gown? What's going on? And it eventually came out that Casey had failed high school and was not going to graduate.
Okay, so that'll be more for tomorrow. Let's keep going. Let's head over to Instagram. This is Gypsy Rose over on Instagram, and she has labeled it Gypsy Rose IG. She has 820K followers. So her pinned post is this one.
For the first time.
I got back with the man that I truly love. We're unexpectedly expecting.
So it's that promo video. Let's see, what's this one? Your glow up is incredible. You look gorgeous. You look amazing, beautiful. I love this glow up for Gypsy. Looks like she is deleting comments because there's no way people are leaving all just nice comments. Let's see if there's any comments that aren't. Finally happy, and it shows. I just saw this quote, you are healing, and that terrifies them. They have never seen a woman who shatters and does not stay that way. Whatever. What about a woman who shatters everything in her wake? We've seen that in Gypsy Rose. Yeah, these are all nice comments over here. So I would wager to guess that she is definitely moderating her comments. But here is Gypsy Rose in her outfit of the day. Trying to look as thin as possible. So, when was this taken?
7 years ago, we met.
When was this taken? This was just today because this is just a few hours, people commenting. So, this must be them in the airport. Again, no bad comments. So, they're being moderated. Where is the baby? That got through somehow. With Christy probably, but then some of the replies, there were supposed to be 4 replies and there's only 2. Looking amazing. I'm glad you're not showing the trolls your baby. So she is definitely moderating her stuff over here. This is what she has going over. It's very carefully curated content over here on Instagram. She's got her Kim Kardashian photo up. The only reason she has that up is because it's Kim Kardashian. I mean, because she looks, this is pre everything. There's no way that she would want this out there unless it was because she's sitting next to Kim Kardashian, because then she jumps from Kim Kardashian to after she got her nose job. Oi, oi, oi. Okay, so let's see what we got in the reels.
I don't want to go through my whole life being the girl that murdered her mother. Now let's see what I do with my life. Oh, it feels so weird being in a car.
Yeah, you're free. Made it. Gypsy's home.
I have my freedom now. It's new to me. We consummated our marriage. Do you want kids right away?
So there's Gypsy smiling, seeing how far she's actually come from murdering her mother. She's come a long ways, hasn't she? Look at me now.
Like a little Cinderella moment. The attention on social media. Oh my God. I'm not used to it at all. I was engaged once before to Ken. I loved him so much.
Hey, you.
Ken came to visit. I wake up to the next day, I see them get matching tattoos.
Sometimes I just think that I would be happier somewhere else. I want a divorce. I'm gonna be with Ken. I am late on my
Look at there. She tried to hide that smile right there.
period.
Gypsy texted me and said she was pregnant. Well, who's the father?
How much more rough could it get? We'll figure it out.
I'm happy again, and I don't want to do anything to mess it up. I don't want to go through my whole life.
Okay, so there is Gypsy Rose over, which it's so funny too because it's Life After Lockup. They just go for it. They'll show her old stuff and link her to it, and she has to let it be up there.
It's fun.
There she is.
Bought these new shoes.
Trying to act like she doesn't know her shoe size. Have you guys seen her cellmate that said that when you go into prison, you have to know your shoe size because you have to tell them what your shoe size is to get your shoes? And she tried to say she didn't know what her shoe size was until after she came out of prison. She's so annoying. Over on Facebook, I had the TMZ that I was going to show you, but we're just going to kind of scroll through it to show you what the streets of Facebook are saying. So they're talking a lot about this outfit, this mommy and me stuff. This is my page over on Facebook. I put a lot of our stuff over. We're streaming actually over on Facebook right now. We stream usually to Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch, and that's what we're doing today. Sometimes we stream over to Instagram. But if you guys could just give me a thumbs up, a like, a share, however you do it over on your platform that you're watching me, all of those are free ways to help us dance out into the algorithm, bring more people back, and it's just really, really appreciated. Gypsy Rose is guilty, a great actress. These are some of the groups that I like to go into. Post on Lifetime for Gypsy's new show. I told the people that like her, she just don't care to see any other side of the story. So looks like they went over there and argued with people over on Lifetime. People still believe the narrative that she's trying to put out there. Here's a throwback to when she got out. Here's some more of our content. Yeah, this is really popular, what they're talking about, Gypsy Rose over there. Let's go over into one of the groups. So there's some groups that have both supporters and both naysayers of Gypsy Rose. I like to be in ones that are both because I do want to know what the people that support her are saying. I want to be aware of what they're really believing. You know, I need to be informed so that I can defend the side where truth stands. So you get a lot of this kind of stuff. A piñata of Dee Dee or Gypsy with a knife. More of her outfit choices. Lots of pictures where people scan in on her legs and her body to try to some stuff about fancy. So that's what's going on over in the streets of Facebook. Nobody really likes her over there, although there are some pages that do support her. Over on Reddit, people don't like her on Reddit either. Gypsy Rose is the worst. This is cringe TikToks. Somebody put a compilation of Gypsy Rose and her cringe.
I'm so not threatened by you. My man wouldn't touch you with a 10-foot pole. You're just mad because I have a Chad. And last time I checked, you don't have a man. So looks like you're the one that's panini pressed. Call a spade, honey. Keep making content.
I don't believe for a second that she wasn't being racist there when she said call a spade a spade. I don't think for a second. So nobody likes her over on Reddit either. I think that's all I have for today. I just wanted to update you on what I was seeing in my research while I'm researching for Casey Anthony and Gypsy Rose. If you have anything you think I should share during that live, you can always message me it. You can email me, parawomenradio@gmail.com, and the women is plural. Or you can always go over to my community page and just comment on one of my community posts about Gypsy Rose, and I'll most likely see it. So yeah, I can't wait until YouTube has a thing where we can message each other and talk to each other like privately, kind of like how we can over on the other socials on TikTok. Like I'm over on TikTok. You can message me on TikTok. You can message me on Facebook. You can message me on Instagram, although I don't see Instagram as much as I see the others. So anyway, yeah, if you have anything you think you want me to include, that would be amazing. We have a membership program over on YouTube called The Dragonflies. Have you heard about it? Here, let me show you. And if you're not subscribed, why are you not subscribed? I would really, really, really love to have you as a power subscriber. If you really like my content, be sure to become a Dragonfly. And that's our membership. And it's $2.99 a month. I release all my videos early. We have special emojis over in the chat room. I kind of share things ahead of time with my Dragonflies, and I go live sometimes just for the Dragonflies. It's a way that I can support you guys and give you more content, and it's a way for you to support our channel. It's $2.99 a month, and I would love to have you. Okay, and if you're interested, here is the link. We would love to have you. We have some new Dragonflies that I want to show you. I didn't get a chance to add, so the Dragonflies we do in the intro or outro, we acknowledge them, and I didn't get a chance to update the outro. So I just want to thank all of the Dragonflies. Here they are right here. I love my Dragonflies. I chose the Dragonfly because Dragonflies have been around for centuries. They were here with the dinosaurs. They know how to adapt to their environment. And so I thought, what better representative than a Dragonfly? Plus they're magical, and I'm a woo-woo girl. And so, yeah, we're Dragonflies. I would love to have you. All right, guys, I'm going to go. Thank you so much for being here. If nobody's told you today, and even if they have, I'm still going to tell you this. I love and appreciate you guys so, so much, and I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.
Carefully strumming this old guitar, words rolling out into the fire. Never ask why my heart burned blue. Here in the haze where you inspire me. Here in the darkness I hear my cue. Time to find some solitude. Here where my soul bleeds openly, deep in the heart